Okay, so things are going on.
Yamagishi-san, are you in there?
Yes, come in.
I think we should start heading to the command room and... Huh? You already finished unpacking? I was planning on helping you out later, too.
Well, I didn't have too much with me, so I finished a lot sooner than I expected.
Oh, are you good with computers by any chance? You think you could teach me? I'm really not good with stuff like that.
Sure, if you'd like me to.
Are you looking into something?
Yes. I figured I should know everyone's defining characteristics and whatnot to prepare for battle. I can't do any actual fighting, so I need to make myself useful.
Oh, I see. You're a really hard worker, Yamagishi-san. And you've got an amazing ability, too. Now that I think about it, everyone in this dorm is pretty amazing, huh? Sanada-senpai is hands down one of the strongest. And our leader has a power unlike anyone else's. I bet Kirijo-senpai is strong, too. And Junpei... well, he's... whatever. But what do I have? I'm only half the person everyone else here is. I couldn't even do anything the last full moon. Maybe I don't need to be here after all.
That's not true at all.
Huh?
I was told that a persona is the power of the soul, also known as your other self. That's why I think a person's personality and feelings are reflected in their persona. For example, Takeba-san, your persona has healing powers, right? That's because there's a kindness in you that no one else has.
I'm not kind at all. I just don't want to see anyone go down or get hurt, that's all. Come on. I think Akutsuki-san's gonna be here soon. Oh, and you can just call me Yukari. I hope you like it here, Fuka.
I'm sure I will. Thank you, Yukari-chan.
Sorry for calling you all again so soon, but I brought something special today. Well, let me just show you before I get into explaining what it is.
I see the suitcase. Is it deal or no deal? Whoa.
I'd like to provide you with some new equipment. After spending quite some time in development, we're now ready for the battle testing phase. The shadows are getting stronger. You just barely won the last battle. We can only assume they'll grow even more powerful still. That's why you all need something more to stay in the fight. From now on, I want everyone to use
new
these
equipment
during your operation.
Is it just clothes that are more armored? Because it looked like a jacket and a new
Complete with
armband.
a matching armband. And
So
your
it will
new
just give us
trump
better
card in the
defenses?
battle against the shadows. Cartridges that enable the use of theurgy.
Oh, hell yeah. What the hell is theurgy?
Theurgy means spiritual magic that could reach the gods in Greek. To put it simply, it synchronizes with the user's emotions, and when the right conditions are met, allows them to unleash an attack of immense power.
So we get like ultimate attack thingamabobs.
You're talking about
Signature attacks.
Oh yeah, I've been waiting for something like this. Okay, how does it work?
Well, about that, it's a bit difficult to explain. I think it might be easier if you just try it out for yourselves.
You're asking a lot.
Oh, please. If you can handle a persona, this should hardly be any more difficult. It's been thoroughly tested for safety, too. So nothing to worry about there.
Tested it.
Oh, there's a manual for it as well. Take a look at it if you feel the need.
Ooh.
Well, I'm sure
Who's
glad I made it in
manufacturing this
today.
stuff?
With Yamagishi-kun joining us, Kirijo-kun can go back to being a frontline fighter. That means SEGA is going to have a new lineup after today. And what better time than now to roll out this new weapon? Don't you agree? Oh, would you look at the time? I'd like to talk more about this, but I've been quite busy with the investigation into those large shadows. I think we're on the verge of a breakthrough, though, so I'll be sure to let you know what we find out soon. Okay, I'm leaving the rest to you, Kirijo-kun.
And there he goes.
I sort of thought this before, but he's rather laid back, isn't he?
More like careless.
It's fine. We should just give it a go like the chairman said.
In fact, since everyone's already here, now might be the best opportunity.
So
Let's
it
head
looks
into
like enough for
Carter's
one
and
person.
Try out our new equipment. I've been wanting to get back into the swing of things anyway. And this will serve as a good test of our team lineup with Yamagishi as backup. How does that sound?
Yeah, sure. Guess mandatory Tartarus Day.
You brought these just for us. And you wouldn't want to miss out on my super cool.
I did
finishing
actually
move, would ya?
download Persona 3 Reload onto my laptop
That I
before
don't
heading
care
out.
about.
So I was
But we
like,
should
oh,
go
well,
for
maybe
Fuka's
I
sake
could
so
just,
she can get used to things.
you know, make progress in the day-to-day.
I'm a little nervous since
Make it a
it's my
Tartarus
first time,
grind there,
but
save into a
I'll
different
follow
save
your
slot.
lead.
And then just, when I stream again,
Alright.
redo what I
We'll
did
go into
during the
Tartarus
days.
once everyone
And
is
then when I
geared
go
up.
to Tartarus, then I can just load the save of when I actually took my time grinding. But then I realized, wait a second, if I'm at Rock Lake in the middle of bumblefuck nowhere with no internet access, I can't exactly look up what the right answers are when I'm spending days hanging out with people. Whoa, there's an anime cutscene! And I don't really want to go through them, like, trying all the answers to try and figure out what's the most optimal. So I was like, well, never mind. I'll just play, like, some Elden Ring instead. So that's what I did. I downloaded Elden Ring and Persona 3 Reload on my laptop, but I only did the former. Whoa, Junpei likes to tie his hoodie around like I do when I get warm. These do look pretty cool, not gonna lie. Gonna be honest, I don't remember what C stands for. Whoa, we're so cool. I can't believe there's an anime cutscene just for showing off like our new getups.
We're like a super
Amazing.
elite task force.
Come on, could you at least wear it like you're supposed to? Oh, but it does look like everyone's outfits are a bit different.
That's cool.
Each one is made to complement our physiques and fighting styles. And we're testing the prototype out on me. But it feels even better than it did before.
Okay, so that's who was testing it.
It's very light and sturdy. I wonder if it's the same materials they use in the military.
You know, just looking at your portrait
or
on the
maybe even
left
the ones
side,
for spacesuits.
you look like a
Seems
less
this
large,
armband isn't
solid as
just for
snake with that
decoration
getup.
either.
According to the manual, there are a bunch of different features built into it. For example, it can give you a readout of your vitals. What else? There's also a function
Now you
that
just need
notifies
Doc
you
Ock
when you can
tentacles and
use
2 swords,
your
and you're basically
energy?
solid as snake. How do you use it?
Sorry, it doesn't look like there's much information about that. All I can tell is that you load the cartridge into your evoker to use it.
Then let's make that our objective for today. Make sure to stay alert, everyone. All right, Yamagishi, you're going to be our backup, just like I mentioned before. This time, I'll be joining the rest of you in battle.
Okay.
I'm going
So,
to. I gotta make sure my skills are still sharp.
Me too.
so Junpei's sitting
All
out.
right. Then including our leader, that will be our team.
Wait, I want to go too. I was so ready for this. You can't just put me on standby.
We can't go without our leader. You stay here and support Yamagishi.
I like the way that it fills in for your name. Gotta keep our ace in reserve.
Oh, really? When you put it that way, how can I refuse? Don't worry, Fuka. Nothing's getting past me.
Okay.
There he goes again. Fuka, if it gets too dangerous, just leave him behind. And don't be afraid to smack him if he tries anything funny.
Okay. Got it.
Huh? You get it?
Yamagishi, could you scout the area and find a good floor for us to start on?
Okay, so
Okay.
a good floor for us to start, and we're not just moving forward. I guess it's just we're going to some specific floor to test out our new
seems
thing.
Different in here from before.
Well, that's nothing new, right?
No, not like that. It seems distorted. It's probably just temporary. I'll try and find a stable floor for us to start on.
You can tell that much already? Wow, Fuka.
It could be because we didn't enter the usual way last time. Or because of those huge shadows. We have no idea what's gonna happen in here. Not that I'm complaining, though.
All right, let's go.
The hair flip.
Oh, that new sword
Gusa-kun,
looks
then...
pretty cool.
Oh, it's voiced.
The bow I got is really light and looks pretty easy to use. I can't wait to see it in action.
So, the chairman got us all new weapons too, huh?
Are they automatically
Guess
equipped?
we should be thanking him.
He barely explained anything, though. Sometimes I can't tell if he's actually helpful or not.
All of this has been custom made for us. You can tell because of the C's mark engraved on everything. As always, you're in command. And make sure to check the equipment before we get started.
Check it in terms of equipping it? Okay. Okay. But yeah, let's see here. You have a fully grown beard? My dad just sent you some photos? Wait, like just now? Bob's allowed a lot more in the photos as opposed to on stream here. Yeah, I kind of didn't shave since going on that trip to the south. Apart from just like some of the stuff on the sides here and underneath that my dad wanted me to do for like my graduation and stuff. So apart from that, like once briefly in some areas, it's, yeah, it's definitely the most out I've had it before. I don't think I'm gonna keep it like this. I mean, I know I said that about my mustache too long ago. Like, oh, I'll just keep it for like this month and then take it off. Now it's been like 2 years. So yeah, there's that. But like, I mean, it's fun to play with as like a, just, what's it called? Just like a fidgeting kind of thingamabob, where it's like, rather than doing nothing, you want something to do. I kind of like doing that. I've gotten used to that, but yeah, I can do that with my stash too. Just do stuff here. Oh, he asked Jan how's the Tabasco, his exact words. Oh fuck, I'm loving the Tabasco. You know, that little box with like the little travel sizes of hot sauce Tabasco to like take on the go. He brought those out to Rock Lake when we were camping out there. So we were eating things like steak and like vegetables like broccoli and stuff like that that were on the smoker. And on both those things, he just pulled out these tiny little bottles, and he was trying so hard to get the Tabasco out of these tiny little glass bottles. He'd hold them upside down, be smacking it like that until a single drop comes out, and then eat that, no matter what it was on. So yeah, there was that. Hold on, let's see here. Let me just put on our nice new things. Wow. Not as big of a power increase. Alright. Cool. Yeah, and C's rapier. No wonder we didn't get that. I was like, shouldn't we have one more thingamabob? But yeah, let's see here. Saw that you were on Elden Ring recently. Keep getting the notification from Steam building the video game over here. Nice. And the reason why I've been on Elden Ring is because in my first session of the DLC, I like got so carried away that I made it all the way to the final boss in that one session, and I didn't realize that by burning the ceiling tree, it would be like the point of no return from the main game, where
Do you copy?
I just can't complete certain quests anymore. So there's a summon that I could have had during the final boss that could help me out a lot, that I just soft locked myself out of. And I got really pissed off that, like, man, why does FromSoft do this with their games?
Over there and feel things out.
Just make like these really obscure quests where if you're not doing them by a certain time, then get screwed. I guess you're just soft locked out of it. Sucks to suck. And I thought that like I was just doomed like that. Things were stuck like that forever. But then I looked in my Elden Ring playthrough folder on my computer, and I found that I actually made a backup save of when I completed my playthrough for the first time. Like when I beat the final boss, when I had like 100% completion in the base game. Basically just before starting the DLC, apart from making my new character for the DLC. Apart from that little smidge there. Let's switch over to this, how about?
Honestly.
But it was basically from just before starting the DLC. So I grabbed that save file, I loaded that onto my laptop, and while I was out of town, I just made up, like, the progress again. Like, I just replayed all of the DLC that I had done before, minus doing the point of no return. So I can actually do that quest now. And I started doing that quest. Get ready for battle.
Roger that.
Always ready.
Leader, are you ready?
Yeah, I sure am. And I started doing that quest. And yeah, it is brutal. Like, why does FromSoft do that? And I started doing that. And so now I can actually get that final boss summon if I want to. But there's technically three routes, but two main routes to that quest. And the guy that I could summon for the final boss, I think I'm gonna kill him, is what I think I'm gonna do. Because if you go down the route where, you save him, then you get like a bunch of loot from him, as like him thanking you, and you can summon him to help you out in the final boss. And like, he seems like a really cool dude who I'd like to save, but if you kill him, like as part of the quest, then you actually get a really, really good accessory that increases your damage after executing a roll by like 17%, which is like where most of my damage is coming from. And it's like, oh, I kind of want that more than a final boss summon. So yeah, I think I'm just gonna do that then. And hello, Mortis. Can't sleep. Jet lag is a something. Were you traveling? But yeah, and let's see here. Speaking of Elden Ring, that video you sent was recorded from a friend who was helping you with the boss fight when you were on Discord call and picked up your voice and not yours. I honestly only just skimmed through the video. I didn't even hear any audio because I only just sat down at my computer for the first time in like a week, like 10 minutes before starting the stream. So I was just catching up on like my DMs that I received while I was away really quickly. And then started streaming immediately after. That's basically what went on there. But yeah, you're in Michigan, your dad's hometown? Nice. Gonna go into Canada on Sunday. Nice. Make it to the land of the... I don't know what I was gonna say there. I was gonna say like the land of the free, but I was like, that's America. And I was gonna say like the land of the Canucks, and I was like, no, that's offensive. And now I don't even know what to say anymore. Can I... Okay, I don't know. So you have ice. Here, let's just try this. Someone's gotta be weak to this. Music's so good. Okay, so you just get like a cool opening cutscene for first doing the thingamabob in game. But yeah, problem is your internal clock is on Pacific time as it has been your entire life. Oh jeez. Fair enough there. But yeah, it's kind of funny by default to make sure to keep a groom too, but my beard. Yeah, along with my mustache, I do give it a lot of care. Would I give that thumbnail privilege? I don't know. But yeah.
Looks like everything went well.
Fuka, you were amazing! Great job!
Fuka you!
Thank you, Yukari-chan.
Do anything.
I still send some enemies nearby.
Or I guess you said like there's enemies nearby before we went and fought them. I don't know.
Engaging them, all right.
Oh, and I accidentally muted my microphone for a hot second. Michigan is actually really nice. At least this part is. I saw a guy who has a private helicopter. Oh, jeez. For fancy schmancy. It's in his backyard. Goes and gets groceries in the helicopter. No, the thing that I was just talking about that you'd probably be interested to hear, Mortis, is when I was really, really pissed off at Elden Ring for me having made it past the point of no return and me not realizing that it was a point of no return like the main game and like soft locking myself out of like a summon that was permanently missable, the Ansbach summon. I found out that I actually made a backup of my save data after I completed my main game playthrough, like my 100% file. So it was literally my save file of like right before I started the DLC, minus the new character I made of myself like 2 days before starting the DLC, minus that. I was like, oh, that's not a big deal to remake. So I just went into like my normal save file, made screenshots of all the thingamabobs I set up for my character, loaded my old save file backup that I had, remade my character again in the exact same way, and then I just got caught up in the DLC before the point of no return, so I'm no longer soft locked. So now I can recruit Ansbach if I want, but I think I'm gonna kill him instead and get an accessory. So what I'm gonna do, because the accessory actually seems really hype. So now I can play Elden Ring and like not be pissed off at it by being soft locked out. So like, thanks to me from 2 years ago for making that backup. That was in my Elden Ring folder. So I'm really, really grateful to past B now. And I'm thinking that I might actually play a decent bit of Elden Ring at Fragapalooza. And, like, I'm just not gonna do the point of no return up until the final boss until I do, like, the other stuff that I want to do anyway. So I can just, like, adventure around the land and enjoy some of the other bosses that are there.
By the way,
While not being pissed off. Well, the combat's uniform seems to be working out. What about that Theurgy thing? Whoa, I'm getting an email about a sponsorship opportunity that I'm totally interested in. Hello, Acoustic Harmonia. I'm Olivia, a creator success manager at Stream Elements. I have an exciting campaign opportunity for you from Mech Arena to promote during your Twitch stream. View the offer here. You could earn up to $2,750. For more information on our sponsorship, check out your Stream Elements sponsorships dashboard. There, you'll find all campaigns currently available for you. Please note this campaign is limited availability, is offered on a first-come, first-served basis. Best regards, Olivia from StreamElements.com. I kind of wish I didn't get these automated, like, emails from Stream Elements. Like, I just use Stream Elements for my camera glow effect and for, like, the donations on the channel when we're doing, like, charity events or any, like, tipping stuff. Those are the things I use Stream Elements for. Otherwise, I use Streamlabs. I don't even like Streamlabs either. I should find a general different service to use, like, in its entirety. But both Streamlabs and Stream Elements try to, like, have these automated opportunities of, like, oh, promote this on your stream and you'll get money based on your viewers. And they'll always tell you, like, the maximum of, you could earn this. But that's assuming that you're probably, like, a several thousand viewer channel. Like, if you're gonna be doing, like, some sponsored segment, like, that's automatically pushed to you by Streamlabs or Stream Elements or whatever, as, like, a 5 viewer stream, oh, never mind, my stream just dipped down to 3 viewers, like I am right now, then, like, you're probably, like, I was about to say you can expect next to nothing. I don't know that for sure, because I've never done one, so I can't say that for certain, but I would assume you can expect next to nothing, so I'm not really interested. Interestingly enough, though, I was just mentioning at the beginning of this stream that the free-for-all tournament, specifically at Fragapalooza, has a sponsor for it now. That's going to be supplying the prizing for the free-for-all tournament at Frag. So there is actually going to be a stream segment coming up here in a couple weeks' time where I'll be able to say, like, hey, this was sponsored by so-and-so, so-and-so. This is about them. I believe it's Aspen Films is the company name, which is like a film-producing company down in Calgary. So they're going to be sponsoring that stream by supplying the prizing for that tournament. So, like, hey, thanks to them for putting prizes forward for our first, second, and third place winners here. And all that. So that's cool. But yeah, I just found out something important. I have to take an emergency BRB. Oh, geez. I hope that everything's all right there, Goosebump. DLC has some issues, but you like it very... Let me try to reread that. DLC has some issues. I like it, but it's very much not first playthrough friendly. Yeah. And that's a problem with Elden Ring in general, is that there is a lot of stuff like that. Both with, like, burning the Erd tree in the main game and then burning the ceiling tree in the DLC. Because it's not one of those games like this where you can have, like, multiple save slots or just easily load a previous instance. Like, it turns out I was smart 2 years ago and created, like, a backup just in case, so thanks to me back then. But what if you're not playing on PC? And what if you don't even think about that because you don't realize that that's a thing? And then it just feels shitty because you've been, like, permanently soft locked out of doing that. Unless you want to start a new game plus and start everything over again. Like, you keep your progress in terms of, like, levels and equipment and stuff. But in terms of, like, progress around the map and bosses defeated, do it all again. And now the foes that you're facing are tougher as punishment because you didn't know to just do that the first time. So that's probably my biggest gripe with Elden Ring, like, at all, honestly. So screw that. But apart from that, man, that's a really, really good DLC. And I wish that more video game DLCs were like that because holy crap, is it meaty. Yamakishi, have you figured anything out on your end? I'm sorry, it's still unclear. I am picking something up during battle, though.
I see.
There's no pressure. Just continue your observation.
Oh, hello.
Yeah, the problem is the elitists lose their mind the moment you give any valid criticism and you say this is a massive FromSoft fan. Yeah, I've heard that about online. Luckily, I'm not a big enough content creator to deal with that. Luckily, I'm still a pretty small content creator. But yeah, you want to see how not to do DLC? Look at something like this. But this has an expansion pass? Wait, they bundled stuff together? Yes, that's totally my date of birth. Wait, what? I didn't even realize I had an expansion pass. Mostly negative, mostly negative. Nice. Yeah, amazing. So, they list waves. They must have added this semi-recently, the expansion pass, because they were releasing the other DLC as just like standalone things, but I guess they released an expansion pass later to just bundle it all together and make it look like things that were rolled out bit by bit here. Wave 1, Persona 5 Royal EX BGM set and Persona 4 Golden EX BGM set. On March 2024, they release the you can listen to music from the other games while you're playing the game. I can do that too. Persona 5. Oh, what's the one against Mr. Clean? Gosh dang it, why am I forgetting it? The one that I really like. Gosh dang it. Persona 5 villains. What was his name? It was Shido. What was the Shido boss battle theme? Shido OST. Why am I it's Rivers in the Desert. I remembered it right as it was coming up. Rivers in the Desert. I love that theme, and now I have Persona 3 on the mind and Elden Ring, so I'm blanking on it. Yeah, I can listen to Persona 5 and 4 music while I'm playing the game as well. I can do that. I don't need to shell out money. I can just do that like this. Wow. Isn't this so cool? I could literally just mute the in-game music and just play stuff off of YouTube. Anyway, Wave 2 Velvet Costume and BGM set. Unlock Velvet Room themed costumes and BGM to further customize your dungeon experience in Persona 3 Reload and Persona 3 Reload Episode Aegis the Answer. Unless them as separate things, are you shitting me? Wave 3 New Expansive Story Scenario Episode Aegis the Answer. Release date that... God. Okay, keep on going back. Persona 5 Royal BGM set. We have $5.50 for what? Last surprise. Hey, look, it's the one that we're listening to right now. For 6 themes you can listen to in-game, pay $5.50. That I'm listening to on YouTube for free right now. I mean, listening to this might get this video demonetized on YouTube. One of my Pokemon X and Y videos the other day just got blocked in all the countries because I was listening to the Ash Greninja theme. So I'm trying to have that removed. Yeah, all this stuff where that's a super meaningful content right there. Look at that all. Digital soundbook, digital art book. Wait, can you not get Episode Aegis as a standalone thing now? Are you shitting me? Wait, yeah, this is all. Like, I figured I would cover Episode Aegis when I got to that point. You can't even buy it as a standalone thing anymore. They delisted it. Oh my god. You can only get shell out for that. Plus this other garbage. Are you kidding me? Wow. They delisted Episode Aegis as a standalone thing. Unbelievable. Huh. Anyway, and then Episode Aegis here, the thing that was built in like for free to Persona 3 Portable, I think it was. And nobody even liked it, but when Persona 3 Reload was coming out, they were like, huh, shouldn't this be part of like the game already? Like, nobody liked it, but shouldn't it be included? So there's an older version that has the epilogue, but the current modern remake doesn't. And then they just released the epilogue as like a full add-on DLC after the fact. And people were like, what? But huh? This was a freebie back when, and now you're adding it as like a paid DLC after the fact? You can't even get it as a standalone thing. You have to buy it with a whole bunch of other crap. Man, that's shitty, isn't it? Anyway, this ended up going on longer than I expected about want to see how not to do a DLC. Just because I didn't realize that they changed it to that, and it's actually worse than I expected. Holy crap. Want to see how to do a DLC, though? Look, there's one thing. I think that there's the, yeah, where it's just like digital art book and soundtrack and stuff like that. So there's 2 things. There's the expansion pass, and there's that plus, like, you can download the soundtrack and the art book. But it's basically like one thing. And this was released 2 years, over 2 years after the base game. And the DLC itself is like it's like a mini game upon itself of Elden Ring. Like, it's actually got quite a bit of map and a lot of bosses, and it has quite a decent bit of meat to its content. It's really cool. Like, the only time I streamed it was that one session that I went ham and went all the way to the final boss in session 1. Like, you can absolutely bum rush it if you wanted to. like I did. Even without a guide, just like going around blindly, I was able to figure it out and get to the final boss. And then got pissed off because I soft-locked myself out of stuff. But still, that is like a meaty, good DLC. I have about 120 hours in Elden Ring now, holy crap. But that's how you do a DLC. That, like, again, it's not perfect. But like, honestly, chef's kiss right there. It's really good. Let's pause Rivers in the Desert now. It's pretty dang good, let's face it. But yeah, heard Shadow of the Erdtree was going to split up into multiple DLC packs, but they decided not to do it. And that's true, you respect for, and if that's true, you respect FromSoft for that. That, like, whether it's true or not, considering the amount of meat in that DLC, it could have absolutely been released in waves. And, like, they probably would have been able to stay relevant longer if they did that as well, because people will be making, like, social media posts of the yin-yang whenever the next wave came out. Like, whenever you see really popular games doing that, like, one kind of mainstream example semi-recently being, I can't believe I'm gonna use this as my example, I just can't think of anything else, being Poppy Playtime, for example. Like, a new chapter of that releases, and it's like YouTube and Twitter are going crazy about, like, the new things, because they were releasing this super highly trending popular game in waves, rather than just finishing it and releasing it all at once, and it gets to, like, be trending and mainstream for longer, and they get to sell more merchandise when the full game isn't even out there and done yet, which, like, you would think is getting a little bit ahead of yourself. Like, I don't really like when things release in waves like that. Like, so, like, the industry has shown that is absolutely the way to go a lot of the time. If you want to be making more profit and be, like, more relevant and stuff like that. But,
Let's take these guys.
and they could have absolutely done that, like, during the development. But, taking until over 2 years after the DLC, or after the DLC, releasing the DLC over 2 years after the main game, where it's like, people are coming back and need to remember how to play the game anymore. It's so long later. Releasing it all at once and releasing like a really, really hefty singular DLC. Why don't more companies do that? That's awesome. I want more companies to do that. Man, too bad the industry just sucks so much of the time. Like, the monetization of this game, for example. Why does the gaming industry suck with its monetization so much? Why can't we have more companies like FromSoft? But yeah, and hello, Rodora Master. Sorry about me saying hello a little bit late, 3 minutes late here. Man, that sucks. Anyway, I'm gonna go play some Shin Megami Tensei 5. Is that as bad with its DLC, or is it similar since, like, both Atlus and both, like, under the same series label, basically?
All the ones on this floor have been defeated.
Shadow of the Erdtree is gonna be the only DLC for Elden Ring as well. They aren't gonna make more. Nice. Shadow of the Erdtree really is the ideal expansion pack because that's what it is, honestly. Yeah, minus issues of, like, FromSoft game design of, oh, you didn't realize that you had to go talk to Smitty Wibberman Jagerman Jensen over in the middle of bumblefuck nowhere at exactly 12 past midnight on the 3rd day of the month? Guess you're soft locked out of this because you didn't do it in time before you did this other event that now makes it impossible to ever do that again. You know, minus stuff like that. It is really dang good. No longer detecting any shadows, all the ones on this floor have been defeated.
It's all coming back to me. It would be wise for me to keep battling.
Let's keep going then.
Like, there's definitely some design issues.
Let's head to the stairs that lead up.
And I'm also not exactly a fan of how Radahn has, like, the never-ending combo. You have to dodge so much of just for you to get, like, one hit in, and then he starts, like, another never-ending combo. That I'm not always the biggest fan of. But he is a pretty cool boss, I will admit. I was more so pissed off about him, about being pissed off about being cheated out of a summon. This is what I was more so pissed off about. Why is my X button not always working? But yeah, I used a Great Shield for that fight. Great Shield helps a lot. Interesting. Huh. I've heard about people being Radahn in all sorts of interesting ways now. There was a video that my little cousin sent me recently where it was a clip where someone was trying to get, like, summons for help for the Radahn fight. And they managed to summon this guy that had the name Let Me Tank Him. So, like, instead of Let Me Solo Her, it was Let Me Tank Him. And it was just this guy in, like, full armor. And Radahn was doing almost no damage to him. And he was inflicting, like, I think it was poison onto Radahn and just slowly whittling him away while he was just tanking everything. It was the most ridiculous thing. It worked. It was amazing.
I'm sensing something on the floor above us. Something strange.
Is it some kind of powerful shadow?
No, it's...
But yeah, I've seen a lot of videos now of people doing it in all sorts of ways. And it does help me feel a lot more like, okay, yeah, this is definitely very possible.
Roger. Let's move
I just need to get my shit together.
The situation when we get upstairs.
But I'm not going to do that again for a while, because I have a lot of other content that I want to do before doing the lead up to the final boss, now that I know that I'll soft lock myself out of other crap otherwise. So I'm not exactly in any rush to rematch the final boss. It's not going to be for a good while before I face him again.
Huh?
And as fun as it would be to just rematch him at my current strength and just try from time to time to see if I can beat him, my new save file that I have loaded up
Why is it all dark?
isn't in like the
Where
final
did everyone
dungeon,
go?
because I don't have the ceiling tree burned, so I can't even
Please, everybody,
so I can't even
just
practice
stay
against him.
calm.
Well, I could like
It looks
shove
like
in my
you
other
lost
save
into
file
different
that I
locations
did
on
make
the
a backup
floor.
of, but I'm lazy. I'm not gonna do that just to play against him for fun. Or maybe I will while I'm out of town if I'm feeling spicy.
In this darkness.
While I'm out at the late cabin again this weekend,
need
maybe
to
I will if
regroup
I
as
feel
soon
so
as
inclined.
possible.
Then I just get some practice against him.
Can you guide us?
Fun. But yeah, that's no longer my main save file.
Why now?
Also, going from the last floor to this floor would have been like a very convenient place to end one part and start another. But I'm kind of like in the middle of this one topic of conversation that'd be really awkward to cut in the middle of. But now that I'm saying this, now it's self-aware if I choose to cut there anyway.
Leader, you're here.
So it's fine. I don't know. Maybe I'll cut that part there. I don't know. What the heck is this? Oh yeah, of course you're not gonna say that. So this is gonna be an introduction to your like ultra special thing then, right?
Everyone's always protecting me.
Yeah, that's gotta be
Getting
what this
hurt
is.
because of it.
Oh, the bow says C's on it.
What am I even doing?
Yukari-chan.
Fuka, I need you to back me up. I'll hold this thing off until everyone else gets here.
No, you're gonna use your special thing. Yeah, I didn't get to choose that. Oh, critical. Yeah, things are just automatically happening. Why do you do
Wait,
big group heal, not like a single heal thing?
Yukari-chan, load the cartridge into your evoker.
Yeah, so tutorial for the special attack.
Now's the time.
We get to see how it works. Theurgy activation. When emotions run high in battle, you or your party members will be able to activate Theurgy. Theurgy can be activated on your turn when your Theurgy gauge is at max. Unlike normal skills, you do not cost HP or SP. Press RT to activate your Theurgy. Please note that it can't be used while you are afflicted with a status ailment. Imagine if it just let me do something else. Man, the UI of Persona games is so good. Cyclone Arrow. Deal severe wind damage to one foe, ignoring resistances. Personality after healing someone, her desire to prevent death strengthens. I honestly thought this would be like an ultra heal. Oh, the animations are cool. Like, the animations are very clean. Cool. I love me some good animations in video games.
Are you okay?
No.
I'm sorry. It was all my fault.
Good to see you're okay.
Thanks. But you shouldn't be so reckless.
Takeba, leader.
Looks like you both are okay.
It's so goofy when other characters are called by name and
Sorry
I'm
I
called
worried
leader.
everyone.
Again, I know because it's like
It's all
I named
right.
my character.
You did well in handling an
And it always
unexpected
takes me off
situation.
guard.
Maybe we should consider starting over. Let's head back to the entrance for now.
Alright, we completed tutorial segment.